Rev, this is for you. God is good. Sate. I'm a dancer because I'm a human being. Okay? I dance even in church. And I do my other stuff. And you can throw stones at me and it's alright. I said today I would speak from my heart. And I am going to speak from my heart. Rev Clarice asked me, what sport did your father like? Of course, I've seen from my nephews football. And Wahero, Donge Wahero Gor Mahia. Donge Wahero Manchester United. Don't hero Arsenal. Okay? Then the Wahero Real Madrid. But my father used to, he loved, of course, loved football, but I saw him play squash, and I also saw him swim. Hi, my name is Lulu Hayanga in Fregoni. I am married to Mauricio Fregoni, and we are in Yimbo today to celebrate the life of my beloved father, Judge Andrew Isaac Hayanga. We are keeping in different themes. He was a man of integrity, a man of brilliance, a man of gorgeous, and a man of distinguished excellence. This year we were to celebrate Baba, as we call him, in terms of sports and community development. So we started by having a mass, a service for him, and we were with Reverend Ochieng and the St. Paul Masiwa, ACK. We then went through our service and came to celebrate him after speaking about his community ethos, his sense of belonging with everyone. So I have had many of my, in the conventional term, cousins come and celebrate him, but they were actually brothers and sisters as well, because my parents did not see distinguishing between the children. So my cousins, some were very close to my parents, as a daughter or a son would be. And so I have the benefit then of getting a bigger family. I thank the Lord so much for this gentleman, Judge Andrew Isaac Hayanga, and I'm going to take off my hat just so that you can zoom in on him. A distinguished judge whose talents and gifts are like a prism. We talk about excellence in legal analysis as a judge. We talk about excellence as a human being. We talk about his environmental ethos, his spiritual ethos, his love of God. And one thing he would always say, that church, find your connection with the church. Be close to the church. Be close to God. May his beautiful soul rest in eternal peace. Born July 7, 1944, and promoted to glory on the 25th of April, 2023. We are celebrating his 2nd anniversary in heaven. Thank you.
A tribute to my Uncle Andrew. Uncle Andrew came into my life when I was just a little girl. I remember him fondly. He used to stop by our house in Jericho on his way to Dar es Salaam University, always full of life, full of purpose and warmth. When my father passed away, it was Uncle Andrew who stepped in and took me under his wing. He didn't just offer support, he made me part of his family, which I'm grateful for. He became a father figure, a mentor, a guide during most of the uncertain times in my life. Living with his family in Lavington, he noticed something in me that I hadn't yet seen myself. He often said I'd make a very good nurse. I remember one time at home, Awori had a small accident with a bottle, and I nursed him, and my uncle was very surprised. So he thought I'd be a very good nurse. So he told me that I should pursue nursing. That belief in my caring nature stayed with me even as my path took a different direction. Him and my beautiful Auntie Christine here gave me a pillar of strength for 7 good years I lived with them. Uncle Andrew was not just a man of words, he was a man of action. He engaged Uncle Wambura, who was a PS at the time, who helped me find my first job as a UT in Yala Township. Later, he supported me as I trained to become a teacher. Every opportunity I received, every milestone I've received bears the imprint of his unwavering belief in me. I still smile when I think of how hard it was for him to let me go when I told him I was getting married. It was so difficult because he didn't understand how I was going to be away from him and that he would ask somebody else for permission if he needed my help or anything like that. It was a difficult moment for him, but of course he was there at my wedding, standing by my side as he had done in all the years. He trusted me deeply. I'll never forget how once he asked me, I was very young at the time, to host special visitors from National Housing Corporation. So Mama was away abroad. Or also there's a time he insisted that I drive a car. I was very young. I had never driven a car except a toy car maybe at the time. So he wanted me to tow. He was towing a car, his other car. So he put me in the other car, just giving me directions because he believed in me. I wasn't believing in myself, but he told me you can do it. Sit in here, do this and do that and do that. And we really actually towed the car. Uncle Andrew also had a light-hearted, joyful side.
My name is Joshua Loala. I'm a nephew to the late Justice Hayanga. He brought us up as a family. He did all that was possible for him to make us succeed in life. Uncle liked the sports. Apart from the football people talked about, he liked swimming, playing squash, and also he took tree planting as a sport for him. Today, we are remembering him for the legacy, the discipline, and whatever he implemented in us.
Last year we had the theme of environment. As you can see, this hall has a lot of trees.
Nyinga iluongo ni Ana Chieng Ochuodho, ane nyar George Ochuodho. George Ochuodho emaduong to Justice Lower. An nyar dala ka. Awuoyo kuom baba wa ma uncle. En baba maber. Kendo ne opuonjo ji wach somo. Koro kano kinyal somo to be nunyalo wiyi. Baba wane noherowa duto, kata ng'ama ne ok odhi skul nohero mana kaka nosewachi. Kendo ok nonyal kalo mok ochopo kama idakie. Nyaka ong'e ni dak nade. To bende nonyalo kata mana oroni kata mana fee matin mondo mi konygo nyithindi. Baba wane ne en ng'ama ohero maendeleo mar yien. mar pidho yien, pidho fruits uneno kae. Koro yien gi kanohero pidho gi, kata kama ne watede mano kendwa, bende nodwaro ni mondo mi wapidh yiendego. To kano wapidho yiendego, to nobiro o monitor, to neno ni yien opidh nade. Inyalo pidho gi kuonde mok be ahinya, to nyalo nyisi ni ma gol ka, ipidh kacha. Koro ne wahero wachneno, kendo notimonwa maber. Nokobedo ni okodwar ng'ato, nodwaro wa duto. Odwaro wa kaachiel nyaka gi nyithindwa, mago nolawa kendo nokonyowa.
Today we're here in the Memorial Garden to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of Baba's passing. We're sitting here in a grove of coconut trees that was planted last year in commemoration of his death. And we're going to extend this to my left to continue the legacy of afforestation that he perpetuated and that really has formed the foundation of his legacy. This peninsula was very dry and inhospitable, with only very dry, thorny bushes that were the main vegetation along and around this area. But he and Mama single-handedly went about planting trees and creating an ecosystem that is very different from what it used to be. So the challenge for us is to perpetuate what he started. And we have started by enclosing the area, as was his wish, and cleaning up the bush and thicket and replacing it with an orderly grove of palm trees on this section. And then on the section towards my right is an orchard of orange and lemon and lime trees, which he planted, which we are continuing to nurture. And really, that is the essence of what we're trying to do, to nurture what he began. What he and Mama started was much more difficult than what we have to do. But what we have to do is to try and take that foundation and expand it in a new direction, in a new generation, to allow us to pay respect, to pay homage, and to say thank you to him and for his bravery and for his persistence in trying to change the environment. And I think it's the least we can do, and I really feel honored to be here with the community that he loved, the family members that he loved, and amongst the trees that he loved, because that brings us closer to him and it brings us closer to his legacy.